What up, everybody? It's your boy Larry from Larry's Vlogs. I'm riding out today. I came from a meeting, but this video is about SuRonster. Shout out SuRonster. He recently went out to a mega ride, I believe in Texas, and it was a great ride out. Big mega ride, and I saw the whole video. A couple things to point out if you guys haven't seen it. Spoiler, right? I think like 3 or 4 kids actually fell and got hurt. Not bad, but enough to make SuRonster feel like he doesn't want to go to any more mega rides, right? I don't know for a fact if he actually promotes any mega rides, but I know he's been to a few, like in Miami, Texas, California. I don't know what other states he's been out to mega rides, but I know on a podcast he said that sometimes they fly him out. Companies actually fly him out to these places that they want him to promote their e-bikes. Now, that's awesome, man. To have a following and to have the luxury to do that, that's insane, man. I mean, that's on the next level, right? But shout out to him once again. This video is about him saying he will no longer go to any more mega ride outs due to the fact that it is unsafe. Throughout the video, you could hear him. I don't want to use the word complaining, but you could clearly hear him stating that there is a lot of things wrong with these ride outs. Most of the time, they're taking over all the lanes, and that's a no-no. On the mega ride outs, it's supposed to be a fun and safe activity where they stay in their lane, which is, the lane that they're going in, either going up or down. But if you saw the video like I did, he was saying that a lot of these riders were taking out over the oncoming traffic and obviously the traffic lane that they were in. So he was a little bit concerned about that because they were taking over the whole street, which in fact that's not what he's trying to promote. He's trying to promote peace and fun with these e-bike ride outs. Now, he doesn't have control over people, obviously, right? All these people are doing whatever they want to do because that's how they get down. I know he's been promoting a lot of safe ride outs, and he's actually been trying to do a lot of positive things for a lot of these communities where these e-bikers actually mess up people's lawns, or they mess up like the sidewalks and stuff like that. So I understand that he wants the e-bike community to be a safe place for people to go out and have fun, and believe me, that's commendable on all levels, man. I don't see a lot of the other YouTubers doing the same thing. Most of these YouTubers are actually doing maybe the opposite, right? They're just doing dangerous things, dangerous tricks in the highway, in the streets, in neighborhoods, right? So that's one thing that I gotta point out with SuRonster. And like I said, that for me, that is a big plus, man. Let's see what happens in the future after this, because once again, SuRonster is looked up by a lot of these young e-bike riders. I mean, you could see it in all his videos. Whenever he meets somebody, all these young kids, they always tell him, oh man, I watch all your videos, I follow you on Instagram, TikTok, and all these platforms. And he actually pointed out to this one kid. I wish I could get the videos, but I don't really want to take a lot of this, the content from these people, right? Because I know how it is, man. They think you're stealing their content for views, but that's not the case. We just want to point out the fact that and show you, the video of what I'm talking about. or what people are talking about. So anyways, there was this little kid not wearing a helmet, and he actually told the little kid, you should not even be here riding out with us. You should not be riding without a helmet. I do not want to even put you on camera. And the little kid's like, are you gonna put me in the video? And then SuRonster was like, I don't want to put you in the video, but obviously he did, because, well, we saw it. And a lot of these kids that were riding, they weren't doing anything illegal as far as like disturbing the peace or anything other than taking over the street, right? But some of them were getting too close to each other, and that's how they caused accidents. He himself fell off his e-bike doing a wheelie almost at the beginning of the video, which in fact he said, you gotta I think, what did he say? You gotta get your brakes ready or something like that. I forgot what he called it, but like you gotta warm up the brakes or something like that. So yeah, he actually helped out like 2 or 3 e-bike riders that fell off, by telling them to calm down, cool down, sit down, gather their thoughts, and if they're hurt, call their parents, have somebody come pick them up, because one of the kids actually hurt his wrist. It looked like it was broken. I'm not sure if he broke it or not, but it looked like he broke his wrist. Hopefully he didn't. Hopefully it's just bruised or something like that, because he looked like he wanted to cry, but obviously you don't want to cry in front of people. He did notify the parents. I think they came to pick him up. They took him home. Another kid was wearing sandals, which is a no-no. You don't wear sandals on an e-bike or even a bicycle. You gotta wear your tennis shoes, at the very least some tennis shoes. But he was wearing sandals. He ended up falling. It looked like he might have twisted his ankle. Not 100% sure about that one, but he did help him out. He straightened out his handlebars. His handlebars got crooked. So SuRonster is a good person, man, and he wants to help out the community, the e-bike community. He wants everybody to have fun riding, their e-bikes in the neighborhoods and the streets, and he doesn't want the cops to look at this community in a bad way. But a lot of them, like I said, are actually causing this upon themselves, and that is the reason why there's a lot of new laws coming in to action, because of all these kids that are not paying attention, and they want to do whatever they want to do, when they're riding out. Once again, he cannot control the community. He could only be there in support of the good part of e-bike community riders, right? Like myself, I went to e-bike ride out in Long Beach with some folks, and don't get me wrong, it was fun riding out with the crew, but they were crossing red lights and they were getting in front of cars, and that's not what I'm about, man. And you know what, I'm not a big e-bike rider. Like, I'm trying to ride my bike to work and home, that's it, maybe to the store, but I'm not trying to do all these crazy things. I'm gonna try, now that it's getting to be a little warmer, I'm gonna try to be out of my e-bike a little bit more, record more content for you guys. But I think I'm gonna be like a solo rider, man. And if I ever run into like a ride out, then I'll go ahead and do it. But I kind of want to be an e-bike rider, a solo e-bike rider. So with that being said, I'm out. Peace.